Yo, what do YouTube? It's your boy ColtsTalk. We are back with another video, and today we're going up against the Tennessee Titans for the first time this year. Division rival. This should be a good one. Both teams seen a victory last week. The Titans had a rough start going into this year. I'm not gonna lie. You played the Giants that first game, and Saquon scored at the end, and then they went and played the Raiders. They played the Buffalo Bills right after the Giants game. They got smacked by the Bills. The Bills was on that hot streak at the moment, and the Titans was just still trying to figure it out. The kinks in the season, and the score was 7-41. In the last game, they just played the Raiders. They wound up winning that game, but they did lose a few players going into this one. They had a very bumpy start. Harold Landry. Looking at the list here, Deshaun Hand. They got Trent Cannon. They put on reserve. Jamarco Jones, Taylor Lewan. They lost. But they just recently acquired LaRaven Clark, former Indianapolis Colts tackle. We all know the history with him. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they're going to use him going into this game. He's very sus on the offensive line. And our pass rush definitely woke up last game. So having him on that line, I'm looking to see the pressure from that side of the field for the Colts. Definitely is a huge question mark going into this game is how the pass rush going to look against Ryan Tannehill. Is Ryan Tannehill going to see the ghost this game? Another question for the Titans is their quarterback scenario. I know a lot of fans want to see Malik Willis. A lot of fans are on edge with Ryan Tannehill. They want him gone. I think they've seen enough of him personally from what I've seen on social media. I don't know how many Titans fans are fans of Ryan Tannehill at this point. But definitely Malik Willis looked like he's ready to go out there. It looked like from the clip I seen he was itching to get in after Ryan Tannehill did something crazy. But that is a very questionable situation they have going on over there in Tennessee. They did not draft Malik Willis for no reason. Personally, if you don't want to use him, don't use him yet. Keep him on the sideline as long as you want. You can keep him on there to the end of the year. Keep Ryan Tannehill in. You do you. I don't complain. But Derrick Henry definitely hit his second stride. He's going back into his normal self. So that's always a questionable scenario to see how he's going to pan out in his first division game against the Colts. The Colts have been doing pretty decent stopping the run this year so far. You've seen what we did to Clyde Edwards-Helaire last week. We shut him down all the way, receiving and passing, because of the pass rush. And another question going into this game, besides the Titans with their offensive line scenario and their quarterback situation, is how the Colts going to go into this game. We know how our offensive line been struggling so far this year, and the Titans, even though they're banged up, they still have a pretty solid defensive line and a decent rush as well. So how are the Colts offensive line going to look in this situation? We know Ryan Kelly sat out of practice. We know Danny Pender's seen some snaps at center, but are they ever going to move the offensive line around? Because this offensive line that they have right now is not working. Plain and simple, it's not working. Of course, they need to make some moves. They need to make some adjustments. And the question is, are they going to? Is this going to be the make it or break it game for the offensive line for the Colts to finally say, okay, we have to do something? I don't want it to be that. The AFC South is still up for grabs. The Jacksonville Jaguars look like the only proven team right now at the moment. And they got a nice battle going up into this week. So we need to see where these teams stand right now. The Tennessee Titans, the Indianapolis Colts, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This week is very important for all three teams, especially for the Colts and Titans because they're fighting for that spot as well. But we need to see how the offensive line for the Colts is going to look this game. The defense, I am not worried about. I think the defense is going to have another good showing out day for the Colts personally. All bias aside, I think after beating up Mahomes, and actually winning that game, I think it motivated us to go into this week and actually want to demand the AFC South crown. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars is going to have a decent season, but I do not think they'll win the division. I do think the division will still come down between the Titans and the Colts. So this game is definitely bragging rights worthy, and it's going to be a huge game for both teams. Like I said, the defense, I think they're going to step up. I think the special teams is going to have another decent day. And the Titans are still trying to figure things out on offense besides Derrick Henry himself because we all know how good he can be. But for the passing game, it's still going to be a huge question mark going into this game, especially with the loss of A.J. Brown, who was definitely a huge asset last year. I would love to see how this new offense is going to look without A.J. Brown in this division game against the Colts. I would love to see it. It's like a bunch of questions circling around this game. Both pass rushes, both offensive lines, and both QB plays. How is Matt Ryan going to play against the Titans in this game in the first matchup? How is he going to look? If Matt Ryan can look if he can have any type of protection this game, this could be a very big game for the Colts if he can get any type of protection. Jonathan Taylor is another question. How is he going to look against the Titans the first time? Like I said, it goes back into the scenario against the offensive line for the Indianapolis Colts. If they can get any type of blocking for running and passing, this is going to definitely be in the Colts' favor. But I will not count out the Tennessee Titans because this is a division game and it can go any way. But I do think the Colts will probably have a little bit more of an edge in the first meeting against the Titans besides the second one. So I'm going to go with the Colts to win this game, of course. I'll probably say the score range will probably be maybe in the 20-17 range, or maybe even the Colts have won like 20-13. Maybe the Titans may miss a field goal or some type of scenario. But I do think the Colts will win the first matchup. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section. But I do think the standout will be the pass rush. I think Yannick Ngakoue will probably have himself a decent game against Ryan Tannehill and that offensive line. With the loss of Taylor Lewan, I do think the pass rush will probably have a better day than what they would usually have because of last week. And I think they're going to be carrying that fire into this week, into this division game, and they're going to beat the Titans. But you guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section. This is Marcus, and until next time, you've been Culture Shock.